KLTA.
Ocala.
All right, 6 minutes after 9 o'clock, it is time for Professor Gadget. Jim George, the owner of American Cable Services, is ready to go on the air with us, but he's not in the studio. He's up in Nashville, Tennessee, getting his country music fix, I think, something like that. Good morning, Jim. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Are you wearing
good? Thank you.
Are you wearing a cowboy hat today?
I am not. I'm still driving. We left at 10 o'clock last night, and we're almost there.
Oh, 10 o'clock last night.
Wow.
Yeah, the traffic. It took us 3 hours to get just the other side of Gainesville.
Oh my gosh.
Is there an
Yes,
accident?
because they're paving. They're paving, so everything comes down to one lane.
Oh my gosh. And how about the rest of the ride?
The rest of the ride's been really good. Just 1, 2, 3, no rain to hinder us or anything. But basically, I'm up here. My wife's side of the family is having one of her uncles is having an anniversary, and she didn't want to drive alone, and I didn't want her driving alone, so here I am.
So who's driving, you or her?
Right this minute I am, but she drove most of the way.
Oh my gosh. I hope you're okay. You okay talking on the radio while you're driving?
Oh, yes. No, we're going to talk
right.
about gadgetry. So what's new?
Yeah, so what is that tapping sound? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's probably the road noise.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, you said you had that like New Jersey or something.
In Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Sure, I could take you off the speaker. If that's
No. I want you to be safe. The sound is not my concern. My concern is your safety.
Yeah, no, we're fine.
All right. So did you use any gadgets to navigate the traffic? Do you use Waze or anything like that?
Yeah, my wife loaded Waves on my cell phone, and I brought my Garmin. And it's the funniest thing. We kept looking at the time of day, and then looking at when the Garmin said we would be there, and we're saying there's no way we can get there at that time, forgetting that we're in different time zone.
Oh, okay. All right. So how far are you out right now from your destination?
About 60 miles, it says.
Okay.
So 1 hour.
60 or 16?
60.
Okay. All right. So okay.
It's 8 o'clock there.
All right. So what are you going to Nashville for? Is it a family thing? I can't remember what you said.
Yeah. A family reunion on my wife's side.
All right. Your wife is from Nashville?
She's from South Bend, Indiana, Cassopolis, that general area. But the people that we're feeding are moving, we understand, to Nashville. So they thought they would have their 50th wedding anniversary and the reunion and everything in Nashville.
Well,
and we were kind of hoping they'd have it in Ocala, but no such luck.
So how many kids in the family, and did you bring any gadgets for the kids?
No, I don't think there's any little. I don't know who's going to be there. To be quite honest with you, I know that one of her sides of the family has a boy. I don't know how old he is. Probably about 5 now, but. No, I did not bring any gadgets, but I have those flashlights that light up and everything. The pins, so I can always leave one with him and say, "Here's one for you."
A flashlight that lights up. You know, it is amazing. Every time you turn around, there's something else in the news that have gadgets mentioned in them. And one of the news stories this morning was saying that the workers who work in the warehouse for Amazon are not allowed to bring their gadgets in with them. I don't know why. Maybe because they're afraid they won't be able to tell if they were stolen or if they were really there. I don't know. But you have to leave your wristwatches and your phones in your car.
Wow. Maybe they're afraid of you taking pictures and things like that, because they have watches that take pictures as well as cell phones.
Yeah.
My daughter has Shannon. She has one of those cars where you just go into the car and you put your phone in there and you don't have to touch the phone at all. It kind of like routes its way through the vehicle and you're just absolutely talking that way. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, basically that's a Bluetooth type technology, and my youngest daughter, she just is getting rid of one of her cars, and she just put a an expensive radio in there that has it. So she's going to give it to me, and I'll take mine out of my car. So when I'm in my car, we're in my wife's car now, I just, as soon as I walk in, if the phone rings, the radio says, yeah, what do you want?
Well, you can't. That's pretty good, actually, isn't it? One of the elements of all of this new technology is the laws. The states have different laws regarding whether or not you can be on your phone or not, even if it is a hands-free phone, right?
Yes. That's. I remember the first time they banned the use of cell phones in Alabama, and I was actually driving down the road, and I was wondering, why in the world would they do that? And I ran a red light on the cell phone. And I pulled over. And I was talking to my wife, and I pulled over, and I said, now I know why they do that. I was talking to her and ran a red light. And I just pulled over because, I punished myself, and I ran a red light.
My gosh.
So technology isn't always our friend.
Are you using technology to kind of keep abreast of the weather up ahead? Do you have anything like that?
No, well, I don't know if Wave does that or not, but it told us about where the police were parked, where an accident was. It told us how long people were waiting in order to get by. And so we could have gotten off at, let's say, 326 and gone around it up into Gainesville and gotten off at Archer. But we decided, okay, so it's going to be an hour and everybody else is in traffic. We'll just muddle through.
Oh, my God.
But if it had been any more than that, we saw all the police cars. We thought there were accidents. And what it really was that police cars were controlling the flow of traffic, where they didn't need to. There was no flow of traffic. So it stopped.
So so do you think there will be any technology there by the grandchildren generation that we haven't heard of yet?
Well, I can only tell you that if it's true to form, most of these kids are going to have iPads, and cell phones that have games on them galore. I mean, my wife, she plays, I don't know if it's Angry Birds or Crush Candy Crush or something. I don't know, but every time I turn around, she's playing a game on her computer, and she's no spring chicken.
Oh, you are in trouble now. You are in trouble now.
But she's up to snuff with all the technology, especially since she's raising the dog. She has to make sure that everything is very current.
Yeah, she's got actually, these collars that she puts on the dogs, so if they start to bark, they feel it vibrate, and they go, what's that? And they stop.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep, and then she has one for, if the dog is persistent, she has one where she can push the button, and it will do that, so that the dog, so she says the verbal command, and then she pushes the button, so it puts the two together. No.
All right, now, is it true that women are starting to order them for their husbands?
It is. I'm worried about that
already. You wake up tomorrow morning and have one around your neck. Oh, that one.
Can you imagine, Jim? We're sitting here in the studio, and you're looking out the window, and there are distractions outside this window.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden you feel your neck giving you a shock.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
And then a text comes over and says, what are you doing?
How's traffic right now?
They just as a side note, they have now figured out, that NSA thing that went through, and they were able to corrupt all the software, the ransomware and such. Yeah. They can turn the cell phone on in your camera. I mean, the camera on in your cell phone.
Oh, really?
Well, they're not going to see much.
If you have a cell phone that's got a camera, Robin, it's not just the TV anymore.
Oh,
now they can turn the camera on in your cell phone.
Oh, my God.
I just turned my camera around, so in case they do that, they'll see the inside of my pocket.
Yeah.
I noticed when I drew the picture of you, and I noticed in the photograph that Robin took of you, you had your cell phone in your pocket with the camera facing out. Were you recording Robin at the same time?
No, I was just probably had a shirt on that had two pockets. And And so instead of putting it in my pants pocket, I put it in my shirt pocket.
So do people do that now? Because I know they used to have recorders and pens that they left in their pocket, but now can you have the recorder going on your cell phone without anybody knowing?
Yep. You can push the button to record, slide it in your pocket, and as long as it doesn't cover up the camera, you'll get the audio and the video.
That's kind of scary.
The one thing I was wondering about is protecting your expensive phone from crashes, from the screen breaking, and as well as dropping it in water. And so I have to go to the break, so maybe we can come back with that one. So let's take the break real quickly. Jim George is here, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. There's somebody on the phone. Let me do the phone call first. I'm sorry. I forgot to push this button over here. All right, before we take the break, let's do the phone call. I apologize. Thank you for waiting. You're on the air with Jim George.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, Hugh.
No problem. Say, Mr. George, a quick question. Do you have one of those devices in your car that detects speed trap radar?
I do not. My daughters do.
Where would you buy something like that? And does it have to be installed, or do you install it yourself?
No, you can install it yourself. You can buy it online, of course, but if you like to see the pros and cons, go to a Pilot gas station or some truck stop like TA, and they have them on display, and they tell you what the bands they cover. They tell you everything, and all you do is plug it into your cigarette lighter, either set it on your dash or stick it to your windshield. That's it.
Okay, so you can transfer it from car to car without any problem.
No problem whatsoever. There's no software to install. There's no hooking up to a computer to activate it. You just plug it into your cigarette lighter and set it on the dash or the windshield.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. By the way, speaking of plugging things into your cigarette lighter, I saw maybe this isn't new, but I saw a bicycle pump. I guess this could be for cars too, that you plug into your cigarette lighter, so you could pump up your car tire. I guess if you were low on air in the middle of nowhere. That's not new, I guess, huh? That's been around a while, huh?
Well, they make a bigger one. Harbor Freight sells one. It fits in the palm of your hand, but it probably weighs about 4 pounds. And I have used them. You plug it to your cigarette lighter, and from a flat tire to fully full might take you a full 10 minutes. And it gets very warm, not necessarily hot, but very warm, and it does the job. That little compressor will pump up that tire.
All right, let's take a little break. We will be right back. Jim George on the road, heading to Nashville, Tennessee.
On the road again.
Music City.
And we'll be right back. Yes, where Music City, where probably that song had its birthplace with Willie Nelson. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A nice day with sunshine on this Friday with low humidity, highs in the 80s. Clear Friday night, lows generally in the 60s. For Saturday, mostly sunny, high 88 at the coast, 94 inland. For Sunday, partly sunny and quite warm, high 90 to 94. For Monday, Memorial Day, partly sunny and hot with a high of 90 on the coast, 97 inland. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Call George Mankin Insurance in Ocala today. 732-3191. All right, 20 minutes after 9 o'clock, 71 degrees, temperatures climbing to 88 degrees. Jim George is on the phone. Professor Gadget, if you have a question for Jim, you are invited to call. He's not here, but he'll be able to hear you because our gadgets connect us to his gadgets, and we're able to talk to him while he's driving. I'm guessing you're about 54 miles away, or maybe less than that, to Nashville. Am I right?
Correct.
Jim, are you using anything that pays the toll? Are you using one of those SunPass devices?
No, we're not. We're on the 95 up past Atlanta in the Chattanooga. 75, and then 24. We're on 24 now, which will take us right into Nashville. So there were some special lanes that if you wanted to travel in those lanes that go faster, you can pay with your SunPass, and it will take the Florida E-Pass.
Really?
But no, I did. Yes.
Really? You get into the lane and they charge your money. That's just something new.
Yep.
I never heard of this before.
Yep, 50 cents. It says right on the marquee, 50 cents to use the HOV, the heavily occupied vehicle.
Wow.
So does your speed increase then? I mean, does the miles per hour, are you exempt from like 70 miles per hour and you can legally go 75 if you go in those lanes?
Well, I suppose you could because it's got the concrete barriers on both sides. In other words, you're into this tunnel effect.
Wow.
But it's just, if you're bumper to bumper or traffic or whatever, once you enter the lanes, you have to get all the way to the end to get out.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh. So they must have a way of knowing if you're driving and you didn't pay.
Oh, yeah. And they're probably waiting for you at the other end with a camera. Everything is cameras today. The new cameras, you can be doing 100 miles an hour. It'll take a picture of your license plate like you're standing still.
Oh,
gosh.
Yeah. I have one of those SunPass stickers in my car, and it never works. I know the instructions say you can't put it too close to the tint in the upper part of the windshield, and man, I followed the directions, but I gotta have help with this one. I had to buy a second one, and that one didn't work either. So I'm doing something wrong.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know. So I can't answer that.
So now we have all the ads I see for restaurants and the things like that. They always are trying to encourage you to order things in advance. That way, when you get to the restaurant, they'll seat you and your food will be ready. Have you done that on your trip right now to do that? That way, when you stop for the restaurant, everything's ready for you?
No, what we did do is I made my wife a believer in Waffle House. We just stopped and had breakfast. She said she's never eaten there before, and if she had, she can't remember how long ago it was. And so, eggs and hash browns and, strong black coffee, because, we've been driving all night.
Yeah.
So she said, I'll come back here. I said, yeah, okay, that's great.
Do you know what?
I love Waffle House.
I was never a Waffle House fan until Robin and I went to Chattanooga a year ago, last October. And man, it was so good. And then I kind of became a fan of Waffle House, and we go now and then.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was my favorite one. I don't know why. Maybe something about the Tennessee. Maybe you're in a good state for Waffle House.
Yeah, it could be.
But you know what?
We have our share in Florida.
But I've never gotten waffles at Waffle House.
Oh, I did this morning. I got the All-Star, which is a little bit of everything: the waffle, the eggs, the hash brown, the toast. A little bit of everything, and of course, filled me right up. And now I'm ready to take a nap. You know what I mean?
Well, if you had one of those self-driving cars, you'd be in heaven right now.
That's right. But, to answer your question, Robin, right now, if you're in the mall, you may have experienced this with your smartphone, and you walk by a store, your cell phone's going to pick up an advertisement from that store saying, we have candles or lingerie or shoes on sale or whatever it is. They talk to your cell phone wirelessly.
Oh, how cool is that? I love that.
Yeah. And they tell you what the sale is and everything. And if you pass a Dairy Queen up, if you're like in the mall, or let's say King Cookie, just one of your advertisers, it'll say, 10% off of cookie today. Come on in. Now,
what kind of service does the business have to subscribe to be able to have that done?
Nope, they just buy a device. It's like a wireless access point, and which allows your cell phone to connect. And when it connects, in this case, they're forcing the connection on you. But when it connects, it gives you that message instead of saying you have reached 19760 access point. It gives you that message of what's on sale. And if you've ever gone in there and purchased anything previously, and it knows your habit, it will tell you what else like that is for sale.
Well, we could do that at WOCA then. We could have one of those devices, and then when people go past the window, it can tune into Professor Gadget right now live.
It could.
Wow.
Actually, so. Anybody with a cell phone can come over. And it could give you what's on next, you know. And if you know their habits, in other words, if it's linked to the mall one and they're buying candles, you could say come in for a 5% coupon off, you know, at the candle store.
Nice.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you know what's old is new again? There was an ad I saw online for a gadget to hook up to your phone to print pictures from your phone. I'm thinking this is like Polaroid. It's like a Polaroid picture.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's old is new again. We're printing pictures again, Jim.
Yes, we are. Well, I do every so often when I have a situation where I wire something for somebody and they ask me to send it to them, so I scan it. You know, I send it from my camera or my cell phone to my printer, which is really a scanner, copier all in one, and then it scans and sends it back to my email, and then I print a copy for myself so I can circle maybe the part I want to show off. You know, the fact that this is a bad part or something. And it's very interesting what you can do nowadays. It's unbelievable. Technology is passing us all up.
The one that I saw, I wanted to ask you about. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's $138. It's called the Print Pocket Printer, PRYNT. It says that when you print the picture, and if you look at it with your eyes, it's just a normal photograph. But if you look at it with your phone, I guess you have to have the right app. It'll be a motion picture, so it'll be like a little. What do you call those things? An animated GIF or whatever they call them?
Yeah. It takes multiple pictures at the same time and flips them like a deck of cards. You know, like the first Mickey Mouse movie, you know, where they had frame after frame after frame.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why that would be preferable to having just a regular video on your phone. Well, be careful. How far now? How far did you make it in our little chat?
Right now, 37 more miles.
Wow, you're getting close. Where you? What's your destination? Is it a hotel or somebody's home?
Yeah, no, it's a hotel for right now. Checking in and such, and then this evening's when the stuff starts with the family members and everybody.
All right.
We tried to figure out if anybody was doing anything today in their early mornings, and they all said, "Are you kidding? Rest. We'll start tonight." So that's what we're going to do. We're going to rest.
Yeah, I would say get some rest and stay awake until you get there.
But I would, Robin, I would definitely try what we just said. Put your camera on motion, right? And put it like, you know, on your purse, but where the camera can peek out. Walk down the mall, come back, and then play it back to yourself and see what it looks like and all the sounds.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah, that
I'm
sounds
going to
cool.
see how that works out. That sounds great.
Sounds really cool. All right,
or record a dog and then go to a kennel somewhere and play it.
There you go.
Professor and Mrs. Gadget, please be careful out there.
All right,
have tons of fun.
All right, thank you, Jim. Have fun.
Bye now.
And happy Memorial Day, by the way. We will be right back. Here is your 30-second news brief. A University of Central Florida student is under arrest for using a school computer to change his grade in an engineering class from an F to a B. The National Hurricane Center says the 2017 Atlantic hurricane activity will be above normal. The governor has signed a bill cutting taxes. The tax cut package includes sales tax holidays for hurricane and school supplies and ends the infamous tampon tax. And AAA projects 39.3 million Americans will hit the roads this Memorial Day weekend. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. It wasn't just Montana paying attention. Republican Greg Gianforte wins a House special election in a state President Trump easily won in November. Gianforte allegedly body slammed a reporter the day before. He apologized last night.
I took an action that I can't take back, and I'm not proud of what happened. I should not have responded in the way that I did. And for that, I'm sorry.
GM40 defeated Democrat Rob Quist. President Trump in Italy for the G7 meetings.
The president meeting with Japan